Okay, so what we're doing now is we're on gold. So let's just close this down a little bit, make it look nice. Let's just at the moment strip everything clean and then we start all over. So at the moment you can already see a nice uptrend, but you can do it from here as well, but I don't see the point into really. We've got a nice support baseline here. We've got a nice little support right here. Bang. Let's make it nice and even. Okay, so what we got two high weight tests there. So that will be the target potentially. What I want to do, just a quick test, really, just up from here to where it is now. I'm gonna bring it up here, so potentially these sort of levels around there. Let's put this right there, up to here. It's got a nice rejection of 50 Fibonacci at the moment. If we actually get the Fibonacci, bang it there. So coming on to 50 Fibonacci retracement. So potentially it's still got the potential to rise up. Although we are looking at the monthly, and we can see a little support right here. Make it to the point. There we go. Let's look into the weekly. What do you see on the weekly? Come down, go up. So we can see a sort of trend line like this. Let's do the Fibonacci. See how this fits in with the Fibonacci. Perfect, right with the Fibonacci. If it even comes below to the trend line retest and then goes up, that will be even more perfect. But looking at it right now, we got a very big momentum from the weekly closure. So it is looking strong. If I wanted to just do this for a second, see how this fits. Little sending wedge. See how that fits in. So what can we identify on the daily? So we've got support right now. Beat up. We can see a nice false breakout right here from this level. If we just bang it like this, let's see what's it looking like. You don't really have to be pinpoint perfect. I just like to like this. So ideally we have a high wick test there, which lines perfectly with the wick to the body of the retest area. I don't really leave it up there. I'm more of this, as I don't really want to calculate too much of the wicks. Yeah. So moving on, looking on the 4-hourly, what do we see on the 4-hourly? We've got the wonky W, you see. The wonky W here, bang, bang. And then double bottom, got a little bull flag here, up. Got another bull flag here. We can notice, what did I do there? We can notice this little line, see, little squeezed wedge, price broke out. Let's look at extension from here to there, back to where it went. So ideally, perfection, even if we was to extend this, what's it looking like on the 4-hour? Yeah, so if we was to extend this, it matches perfectly with the trend line. I mean, you've just seen this happen with me, but it looks perfect. It could potentially, even if we was to actually get a trend line, one second, get a trend line from here to here, extending it a bit further, we still got the potential of 161 which is looking great to be honest. Let's make it a bit more accurate. So, I mean, the only thing that I would look out, there is another potential. Let's get rid of this. We don't need this. Let's get rid of these. We don't really need these trend lines for now. We can look at it this way as well. See if there's a potential retest and then further push up. So ideally, let's get this arrow, something from here, or even a bit lower perhaps, just about like this, to push up, or even a bounce from this line here. So we'll see how that plays out. Euro USD. Let's look at Euro USD. So Euro USD is still. Let's just look at the monthly. Monthly, I mean, we overall price started at 1.1 and we are at 1.103. So I mean, if you was to look at it this way, I think we're on a downtrend. Ideally, I would. I mean, just for the sake of it, I'm just gonna put this here. Although we don't. Where did it go? Although we don't really need that. So just looking back to the weekly, it is a big resistance support at one point. Looking on the weekly, at the moment the weekly is closing very strong. The momentum of it is looking powerful. I believe this could potentially push up to where the high test is originally. Let's just get rid of these trend lines. I mean, we don't really need that. Let's get rid of this as well. Make it clean. Get rid of this. Bang. So what do we see here? Let's see if we can actually put a Fibonacci down to here. Could come up potentially to these levels and continue falling perhaps. It has been on a downtrend for how long? Since 2008. So since the financial collapse, it's been on a downtrend for quite a while. Resting at the key level of 1.05. The fact that it's in a running down channel and it's bounced up, let's just get rid of this. Looking at the monthly preview, it's quite of a doji. I mean, I feel like the price could go back to originally where it went to the high. Around these sort of region, let's have a check, shall we? Fibonacci extension. Let's look at the bottom of the trend back down to here. So ideally, these sort of levels could be the key potential of a further downfall, because even if we get this, it would be perfect alignment. So bang, bang, bang. Even looking at on a daily perspective, we could perhaps see maybe. Let's look at the 1 hourly. Let's just get rid of this for now. Let's get rid of this for now. It's perfectly right on the high. It's retested, not retested. I mean, resistance is playing well right now so far. I do feel like, how can I say? I don't. It's going up for quite a while. I mean, it may have the potential to go further. Looking on the 3 minutes, it's going. I think it's gonna fall down. To be honest, it's in a very tight channel going up, as we can clearly identify. Right here, right there. So I mean, it may potentially go up for a while. You never know. I mean, it could be for a few days, perhaps, or maybe a couple of weeks, or sooner. A brush. So bang, bang. What is that, mate? Need a brush, brush, brush. Bang, 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 bang. something like this and then dropping, you know, at the desired level. Could go on for a couple of days, but we'll see how it plays out. So let's just get rid of these. And USD CAD, was it the other pair? Let me just have a quick look at the other pair. So a quick look. USD, AD USD. I'm starting to love this pair, honestly, mate. Just looking on the monthly, quite simple. We are just in a simple downtrend. There's no argue about it. We've been going down since 2013. Crucial support right here. We are seeing a nice level of rejection at this point. Looking on the weekly, don't really see much going on the daily. On the daily, what do we see? Let's just get rid of these little bits and bobs. Oh, let's just remove everything actually and start all over. Remove drawings. Nah, but I need these sort of things. Alright, what I'll do, I'll just continue on like this. So what do we see? We can see that the crucial level of 0.55 on the point was a good psychology level. Push the price back up higher, closing just above the red zone box. We have seen 2, 1, 2 high wick tests. We have seen 1, 2, 3 at the bottom, potentially 4 before to the upside bias. Now, the trade was identified. We can perhaps even see a massive retest. Oh wow. I just come across this. No, I didn't even see this up. It's coming down as it is as we are talking right now. So let's look at the 5 minute. Oh wow, it's coming. Let's just get rid of these bits and bobs. Back to the daily. So these levels are key levels for the Fibonacci extension that I have pointed out. Isn't it going lower? Although I wouldn't really consider this from the starting point as I weren't there ideally myself, but let's just get rid of this for now. Here we have the high one. I mean, if we was to look at it like this, we could potentially come boop, boop, go up here before, yeah. I believe this has got a potential to go up quite a lot higher, to be honest. I mean, this pair in itself, I believe it has got the potential to go further up, but where the support is also matching with the trend line, it's a bit difficult to judge upon that. Looking on the 45 minutes, we see 2 dojis. Let's look on the 1 minute. Price is just ranging, it looks like, to be honest. So I mean, because of the ranging, I believe the price is just finding its way to come down. Just looking at it like this, I mean, you can buy account this ranging definitely for sure. So I think this may be in a reversal sometime soon. USD CAD as well. USD CAD is just playing nicely as well from today's identification here on the monthly. I've just been playing around with these. Let's just goose these. What am I doing? Boop, boop. Get rid of this. So we have a major support line. With the major support line right here. Here we can see a channel that's come down, bang, bang, bear or bull flag, call it whatever you like. Price has gone up. Unfortunately enough, it's Let's move this for that. It's literally just tapped onto where the previous high test was. But looking at it even closer, however, what do we realize? We see that the price is actually still above the previous high test. So if the price, I reckon, sustains above this blue line, where also we have identified another support line, price could practically continue on going up. So we could see a potential of perhaps this back down. Where's the arrow back down? And then something similar to this. So you got the head, you can sort of see a shoulder, head, shoulder, didn't break through, could come retest. But the fact that it has been on a rise since, let's have a look. Let's have a look. The biggest momentum right here, this rally up right here, 8th of March. About 1,255 pips in 14 days and 2 hours, which is immaculate, I reckon. It's quite a lot for a forex, to be honest. The running down channel that we identified on the lower time frames, however, is more all the believable, the fact that the price will break out. Here you see a wonky W, if you like to call it, as well. Bang. Here's you got a little small what is it? A little hover by the trend line and then break out. If we was to even be a bit idiotic and apply our Fibonacci tracement, here we have a 78.60 Fibonacci tracement on the dot, but I don't think that would be a valid on a smaller time frame. Just looking on the can see a small support line here as well, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches now to the top, or if you consider that as well, that would be now the 5th touch. We'll see how this pair acts. I mean, the crucial zone for me would be this area where the blue line is. See what goes on. I mean, this has the potential to fall further, I believe, just simply because looking at USD CAD, if USD CAD is to rise up in a channel, as we just spoke about earlier, running up in this channel, let's just draw it again just to remind you. If we was to go up in this channel like this, as we go up, then what that means is USD CAD should potentially come down like this, and then like that, whilst this comes down like this. But yeah, again, that could be just overreaching and too hypothetical, but you never know. Anything can happen in the market. The market is simply doing everything on its own. And that is it. We'll see how it goes from next week.